Okay, so Aaron Warner of Good News Training down here at Anytime Fitness, and I'm talking to my longtime client and friend Nancy Gray. And Nancy, we've done this before.
Yep.
And so we're just going to give people an update because you had a real big event. Well, what do we call it? We call it an epic adventure, really.
Yes. Yeah. 5 months of traveling around the world. And started working with you 4 years ago, mainly to be sure that we could continue traveling because I have problems with my knees, I have problems with my shoulder. I couldn't even step up on a curb 4 years ago with my right leg, and I was doing stairs one at a time. But I really wanted to have an opportunity to travel and see the world.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because it started, your relationship with your husband started that way. You just got done telling me that you had always wanted to go to Europe, and so you had saved up money, went to Europe before you met Steve.
Right.
And then you've been married for how many years?
40 years.
40 years.
Yep, we just celebrated our 40th anniversary.
Well, and happy anniversary if I didn't already tell you. But then you got married for 40 years.
Yeah.
You guys both worked really hard, saved your money.
Yeah.
You've talked with me about the importance of saving your money.
Yes.
And I listen because I definitely want to put that to good use. But you guys worked hard to save your money, and so you've been able to travel the world and get out and travel quite a bit.
Yes. Yeah.
And this last year it was a 5-month tour, literally around the entire world. Why don't you just give us some highlights?
Okay. Well, we started off in Miami, ended in London, and I would say that throughout that trip, right, we did. We went through the Panama Canal, popped out into the Pacific, sailed across the Pacific. We ended up going to 39 countries, 66 ports. And some of the sort of major physical highlights, which I knew were going to come up during the trip, and so it was really important that in the training that we did, that I'd be able to do it.
Well, there was also a big question of whether or not you were even going to go because you were looking at having surgery.
Right.
And then another one of our members, Dr. John Dresser, who had similar surgery, said, don't do it.
Yeah.
Train and get strong.
Yep.
And then you can always do the surgery later.
Right.
And that was great advice.
Yeah. I need both my knees replaced. And I'm glad that I talked to him, and I'm glad that I worked with you because the work you had me do for the 6 months before we left strengthened my thigh muscles, my, I don't know what to call these muscles that are just above the knees.
Those are your quadriceps.
Okay. But all of that and getting my core really strong helped because I knew going into the trip we would go to Indonesia and go to Borobudur. And I knew that going and climbing
up.
Which
is that huge temple complex?
It's a huge Buddhist temple. It's the largest one, I believe, in the world. And I guess I shouldn't say it's a temple. It's more like a monument.
Right.
And you have to be able to step up steps. Some of them are like this. And I just knew that being able to get to the top was something that was important to me. I wanted to be able to get up there, look up, look down, look at this beautiful valley below, and walk completely around the top of Borobudur, which they say brings you to nirvana, which I agree because by the time you make it to the top, you feel
so we're talking about the emotional experience, not the alternative rock band from Seattle.
Right, exactly.
Right, okay.
And it was probably one of the hottest days I've ever experienced. It was hot, humid, full sun, climbing up to the top of Borobudur.
Is that Stevie Wonder down there? Who is that?
Yeah,
we're taking a peek. Who is that guy? That's Steve.
And that's my husband who does not like to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, so much so he even put his shades on.
Yeah. So anyway, I made it.
But you guys went together.
Yes. Yeah.
And just so you 66 ports. Some of the highlights. Let's just run through them real quick. So Borobudur, huge.
That was a major physical one. But
monument.
We went to Bali. We went to New Zealand.
Didn't you see? What's the big one in India?
We went to the Taj Mahal.
We went to Taj Mahal.
That was a big deal. We went to see the pyramids.
You saw the
Egypt.
pyramids, right? So you saw some of the man-made wonders of the world.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the God-made wonders of the world?
We went to see the Kauri forests in New Zealand, which have some of the world's largest trees. And I mean, just sailing and seeing the ocean.
Did you see the what's the mountain range Mount Everest is in?
Oh, that's in That's in like Nepal.
Southern China, right?
Right.
Did
and
you
that's
not get
the Himalayas.
No.
No.
So you couldn't see those?
No, not from where we were.
Did you see the Hanging Gardens of Babylon?
No, but we went to the
Are
Alhambra.
they even still there?
Well, not really.
Okay.
They know where they were, but they're
Right.
not physically present. But we went to the Alhambra in Spain, enjoyed port in Porto in Portugal. So, it was.
It's a different kind
we
of
went
port.
to
We're
Shanghai.
talking about the wine.
Yeah, but we went to Shanghai, Hong Kong, Ho Chi Minh City, Cambodia.
Oh, yeah, wow. You got to Australia
Thailand,
too, didn't
we
you?
went to, yeah.
You did Australia?
Yep, Australia, New Zealand.
All right, so
Polynesian
the long and the
Islands.
short of it,
Yep.
save your money.
Yep.
Start early, save your money, chase your dreams, and if you have to, work really hard.
Yeah.
So you can. So you can.
The
see
main
those
thing
dreams.
is, I feel without the training that you had us do both on the stationary bike as well as all the workouts and stuff, I was strong enough to carry my suitcases, which got up to 65 pounds. I was able to keep up and blow past people that were lagging behind. I was able to make it up every set of stairs that we needed to climb, every tower we needed to go up. We were doing a lot of physically demanding things.
I guess I would.
And I know I just want to say, without the training,
right?
There's no way I could have made it through 5 months of being on the go that much.
And you saw, and so just for other people out there, you saw quite a few people who, like you, had saved up their money. They wanted to go do this. But they weren't having as good of an experience because they hadn't really taken care of themselves.
Right.
And were these Americans?
Yes.
These are Americans. All right, let's remember that, our American brothers and sisters. Work hard for the money, but work hard to keep your bodies in shape so you can go and enjoy the trip. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for sharing the good news. And one other thing, you're still training. Why are you training now?
Because we're going to go on another trip and leave in January, and we want to be sure we're in good shape to go on safari in Africa.
Safari in Africa.
Yeah. Plus
we're gonna have to do some sprint work on the treadmills just in case.
Make sure I can run past the lines.
You just got to run faster than Steve, right?
Exactly.
All right, Nancy, thanks for sharing your good news.
All right, thanks, Aaron.